Shout out to my whole Boost and Forums family. Much love. I appreciate you guys for the support over the last year. Thank you guys. We are finally growing the channel slowly but surely, and we're getting to that 1,000 subscribers. So really, I thank you guys. But I want to make this video just talk with y'all. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be in a car. I'm not gonna be moving around. What car am I really trying to get next? If you guys haven't seen some of the recent videos, yes, I test drove an M3 competition, and I've been reading a lot of your guys' comments because y'all follow me from my other channel, Boost in Motion, and also you guys are new here because I've always had some kind of foreign vehicle, from my C63 to my E63, and now my 2021 740, which I really haven't posted much about because it's a 7 Series. It's more of just a luxury yacht. That's it. But I do want to replace the 7 Series. I've been talking to some of my close friends, and I have a lot of positive equity in that car because I was going to pay it off early this year, but times have changed, and I'd rather have that money in my bank account because life changes. So I'm on the look again for another vehicle. Now, originally was going to think about getting another 7 Series, and I'm still, a percentage of it is still thinking about just getting another 7 Series because the prices have come down for the higher mileage ones. Mine still has a really low miles, about 18,000 miles, compared to me buying like one with like 60, 70K miles for like a lot cheaper than what I paid the one with low amount of K. So I don't mind higher mileage, right? The B50 is a really reliable car. But the small percentage, but then I was also looking for something that I can drive as my daily driver, something more spirited, right? And that's why I was looking into the M3 competition, and they finally have come down in prices where I feel comfortable enough to jump into it. But after going on a test drive, after spending some time with the car and having friends and people I know with the vehicle, I've known this car for so long. I've made the decision to choose to not actually choose to pursue with that vehicle right now. I think for the price point for where my life is, not your guy's life, but where my life is, I don't think it checks off all the boxes that I need for my current life. So I will be not getting an M3 competition. Boo boo boo. Oh my God, you're so whack. You getting those other corny cars. M3 is God. Whatever. Cool. All right, now we passed that point. Some of you guys brought up some other vehicles as your guys' opinion that I should look into M5 competitions. Now, M5 competitions now, I honestly think are a better bang for its buck than the M3 competition. Oh my God, no, no, there's no way M3 S58 is God. No, it is a better bang for its buck. It is a V8, great transmission, a hell of a lot of torque and power, and it has, to me, a better interior, to be honest. Remember, it's similar, but there's a little bit more in the 5 Series than you would get in the 3 Series. Yes, I know the new infotainment and dash on the M3. I get it. And I know the M5 still has an older type of architecture on the inside, but it's still a nice place to be. Now, at 6'1", I am considering it, but man, I used to have an E63 and we hated each other. But even then, I still think that I'm gonna not take up the M5 competition as a car that I may be replacing my 7 Series with. The reason why I want to tell you guys that is, honestly, don't make fun of me. I know. Okay, first thing is reliability. I'm sorry. I think the M177 motor is more reliable than the S63 TU or X63 motor. Like, I think it's just more reliable, in my personal opinion, for all the information I researched, right? And yes, this is going to be my daily driver. Yes, I get involved. I can actually make small repairs and maintenance on my own. I know how to do these things. But knowing the history of the N63 and the S63 motor, and even though the TUs are better with lower mileage, you won't have as much problems. I'm still in my mind and my heart like, I still rather not. Sorry. Now, would I like an M5 CS? Yes, because, the name and everything that goes behind it. But even then, I think M5s are dope. I love their noises. They're powerful vehicles. It's just that that still has me a little tapered off from it. Now, there are other vehicles that I'm also looking at to replace it. I've been looking at Audi to replace it now. Now, I do like the RS6, the wagon, and the non-wagon, and they have come down in price too. Now, the interiors are quite nice. I think the interiors are pretty much on the same level with BMW or a little bit better, and they're different interiors, different color combos. But even then, I don't know if I could get in a wagon yet. I think that the RS6 wagon looks great. I think to me, don't even look a wagon. That car looks like it's out of Need for Speed to me. The body lines, everything. It's like it looks good at all different corners. But even then, I still don't think I'm still on the fence in my mind thinking about it, because this will be a car that I would have for like the next 3 to 5 years. I would want this car to be around for a while. Also, I want to park some money, and I'll get to the third reason why. Next, why I'm doing this. Now, that's one of the cars I'm looking at, but still on the fence about it. And I think that the wagon looks better than the regular 4 door. Cool. Now that leaves me with other vehicles. I looked into other vehicles. Cadillac, they're just not my thing, right? I even looked at Hellcats, wide body Hellcats, red eyes, yes, Chargers, and they are a lot more affordable. And when you look at $70,000, $80,000 for a car, those cars look a lot more affordable then. But even then, like, I just don't see myself getting a red eye. Come having the vehicles I've had, like, I would love to say I did it for a little while, but it's rear wheel drive, and I really want an all wheel drive car. This is gonna be my daily driver. I take a shorty out with. I'm with my boys. I'm going out, throw my suit and tie stuff. You get what I'm trying to say. So that led me right back to, guess what? Mercedes. Guys, I'm sorry, man. Yo, I've had two of their vehicles. I'm so familiar with them, with their interiors, and their interiors to me are just, they do a really good job with their interiors. I think since 2014 and up, Mercedes interiors on the C classes and up are really good. I think they're really good, and they've been aging quite well for the last 10 years, right? BMW did really good with theirs too. Theirs aged pretty well, but I just think that the Mercedes do a better job with their interiors. Now, here's the vehicles that I'm looking at, right? Um, Three vehicles. I looked at the E63 again, and it's still, once again, a little percentage. I'm throwing that, everything's a percentage here. There's a small percentage of me that's still looking at E63s, and I would want to get one with that would more well is more loaded than my last one. Of course, rear sunshades, rear heated seats. You can get that on that, and 3D audio. Those are some of the things I would want to get, and of course the driver assistance and stuff like that. That's what I would mainly want to get if I get another E63. And I did look into like the 2021, 2022s, because they, was it 2022? I think it's 2021 only. Maybe 2022s. They only made like 1 or 2 years of that body style, and that was it. They stopped making E63. So it's way more. It's already not often you see 2018 and 2020s E63Ss, but also on top of that, the 2021s, 2022s are even more rare. Even though it's just headlights and front bumper and stuff like that, and some infotainment changes, it's very rare to even see that car. So I was looking at that too, but mainly it'll be a 2018, 2019. That's the bottom percentage, right? Second is between is the S class. Yes, I'm thinking about hopping in an S class. Big dog, I know. Um, I've had the 7 Series. 7 Series is a great car, comfy car, but it's not performance oriented. So I'm thinking about getting an S63 and get it fully loaded. I'm trying to get as loaded as much as I feel comfortable. I don't need the executive package with the ice or whatever, the refrigerator. That may be a little too much because I'm driving the car majority of the time. But I do want some things such as the whole driver assistance or whatever, the blinds. A lot of stuff is already standard. But I want 3D audio. I want rear seat heats or rear seat heating, and I also want the carbon interior, of course, the carbon interior, and then everything else loaded that way. I don't want the executive package, and I don't need the Skynet or whatever for the sunroof, and I don't need the ice, the small refrigerator. But I'm trying to get it loaded as I can as possible, depending on color and trim. It's tough. I'm telling you, these cars are hard to come by in 2018 and up. I don't want the 2015 to 2016 or whatever, or 2017 SS3 with the 5.5. I want the one with the good old 4.0 because that's what I'm used to. Now, at the top of it is GT63, guys. I really like the GT63 a lot. Now, the only reason why I'm not getting GT63S is because their prices are still kind of up there. Two, not a lot of people ordered a lot of these, so those cars are even more rare to get in a GT63 with certain packages. And the thing about the GT63s that sucks is you can get carbon roof, sunroof, and of course moonroof. The moonroof is when you get the panoramic, but it doesn't open. It's just you just get two glasses and you can look out, and that's it. They don't open. It makes the cabin look wider, but if I'm not opening it to change the low to high pressure in the vehicle, I don't want it. So, it's very hard to get certain packages. So to me personally, the GT63 gives you only like 50 to 60% of what the S63 is giving you, at a more higher price. It's kind of like that M8 versus M8 versus like 7 series type of thing, or 760. It's like, oh yeah, you could get the 7, but then that M8, I mean that M8 gives you the performance too, but it doesn't give you as much luxury as like the 7 series. You know what I'm trying to say? If you got guys, what I'm trying to say. So if I would had to get like a GT63, or probably would try to get it with the carbon I would try to get it with carbon on the inside, carbon rotors, carbon brakes, CCBs. Um, I wouldn't really want the carbon buckets. I mean, the sport buckets. If it comes with it, yes, but I'd rather just get the regular buckets because I'll still have massage, heating, and cooled. A rare option for that car is executive package. They actually make the executive package for the GT63, but ultimately, I'll be honest with y'all, I think the better bang for its buck, and probably what reason why I'm really making this and making this statement is, I want one of these vehicles that depreciated already. Like they're appreciated enough. Some of these S classes were 170, $180,000, and now they're going for 50, 60 grand, right? And these cars are still very luxurious cars compared in modern times. And I'd rather put some of my money and spend money on something that I know it might be a little older to some of you guys that are watching. You guys have different cars, and y'all don't care about the big cars. I never thought I would like big cars. I was always a guy who likes the smaller cars. But now that I'm an older dude, I just want the big cars for the status, for the space, for the standard tech and/or the tech packages you just can't get in the lower models. So I'd rather get something that gives me that and feeds into that. The 7 Series, I love it. It's a reliable car. But going into an S class, I know I'm losing. Reliability is going to go down a little bit because it's an M8. It's a V8. Two, it's not going to be as good as gas mileage. This 7 Series was one of the best cars I've ever owned in the sense of gas. And I've owned a lot of cars. This car gives me great gas mileage. This B58 is amazing. But that's why I said at the bottom of the lowest percentage here is another 7 Series. I would just get one with a little bit more standard tech, like the rear infotainment seating and rear climate control. Like it has rear heated seats, but there's an optional package that's only a few 7 Series guys have gotten, a 740, where you can actually have cooled rear seats too and or reclining too. So, well, the reclining would be for the executive package, so that doesn't actually exist. The executive package is really only in the 750 and 760 if they optioned it. I haven't seen it in the 740. Haven't seen it. Or maybe, I think I saw it one time, but I don't know. Maybe that person stole it out of it. I don't know. But all in all, this is an update I want to give you guys on my car search. And I'm sorry. I want to be honest with you. I'm sorry because y'all want me to get into BMW, get an M5, whatever. And they're quite affordable. 2018s, 2019s, 2020s. Like, they're very affordable depending on the package and everything like that. It's just, and I know it'll probably be cool to do, but I don't think I would love the car. You know, I've had the 7 Series, and I know that will give me additional performance, but sitting in those other vehicles, driving some of these other vehicles, it's, as I have these conversations with some of the people around me, right? Hear me out, guys. I've made it to this part. Look at me when I say this. Yes, we love the outside of our car. When we get out, we want to look back and say, that's a nice looking car. And the M5 gives me that. A lot of these nice cars, it give me that. Like, I get out and I'm like, ooh, it's nice. But to me, what matters the most is the ambiance. How do I feel inside the car? Do I feel comfortable? Is it quiet? Is it relaxing? Like, or do it feels like a ride? What's the sounds I'm hearing? That stuff matters to me a lot more. A little bit. I mean, the exterior matters, but like, you could love the outside of a car, but when you get inside, you're just like, this isn't it. That's why I don't like beige leather interior. Like, you get what I'm trying to say. Like, some of you guys don't like certain color interiors. And you might love the outside of it, but you're saying, I'm not getting this beige cream leather interior. I'm getting black or whatever other color, right? And that's the feeling I get when I get in the BMW. It's like, oh my God, like, this is nice, but I've been in nicer cars on the inside. And I think if I'm going to be spending 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours a day inside of a vehicle, I also want to like that where I am sitting. I like the ergonomics of it. That's just my personal opinion. There's no attack against anybody who has any vehicle that they have. You get what you want for your life. Also, I'm 6'1", and some of these cars that are smaller now. Now that I make a little bit more money, I do want to be in a car that's more accommodating to my size. I'm getting a little bit bigger, you know, but I'm still a slim dude, whatever. But I just want to be in a more comfortable place, and I believe, in my honest opinion, my E63 was the best car I've ever owned. Fully, it checked off all the boxes. every single luxury, speed. I still think it's the ugliest AMG that was made since 2014 and up, but not by much points, but behind it. But nonetheless, I checked off all my boxes except for, of course, gas mileage. That car was great. That car was great. And why did I get rid of it? It cost it for what it was worth. I didn't want to keep making payments and paying high interest. My interest on that car was about $700 a month interest because I'm on that loan. So what is that, about $6,000-7,000 a year in interest just to keep financing the car? I didn't want to do that. It had to go. That's why I said I might pick up another one because now they're $50,000 $55,000. And if I find the right one, maybe I'll hop into it. I would love to get a red one, you know. But anyways, me, I'm the rant here by saying I really appreciate you guys for really supporting the channel, man. Much love. Really thank you, man. If you whatever I choose to make, I'm sorry. You know, I know you guys might be like, M3 would have been viral. I have more eyes on me and everything. I get it, and I'm not saying I don't want to own an M3 competition. I just think that for now, me spending $70,000 on that car and I'm losing so much, the only thing I'm really gaining is, oh yeah, it's a clout car and it's faster. I live in New York City. I can't drive that fast as much as I want to. Yes, from light to light, yes. I get more into the sports of it. But that's why I'm going to be getting a Q50 and building it with 2 turbos or 1 turbo for that. That's what that's going to be for. I don't need to have 2 cars of a similar size doing the same thing. I know that M3 will be better. I get it. But it's the same cookie cutter thing, you know? And I just don't think it will fit into my lifestyle now. Where if I would have, as I said in my video, if you guys missed it, I said, if I'd have walked to that dealership, got to the dealership, and I was in my bolt-on Q50 red sport, making 600 wheel or whatever, or 500 or whatever you want to say, and I'm like, I'm gonna hop into the M3. I think it would have been a step up, right? You would get a car who handles more, is built more for that, right? And that would go along the lines of that. But the people who are, when you get to a certain status, and I don't mean money, like when you look for certain outcomes, like if you have children, you want to get a car, a truck, or something with more space. So you start making different, more conservative choices, right? So a person that's looking for M3 comp isn't cross shopping a 740i. You get what I'm trying to say? They're not the same buyer. You know what I'm saying? A person that's cross-shopping an S63 is not cross-shopping an M3 competition. They're not the same. A person that's looking at an M3 competition is also cross-shopping an RS3. You get what I'm trying to say now, guys? They're cross-shopping these things because they're very similar in class and or pricing, right? And the size of the vehicle. So that's all I want to say. You know, I mean to throw this out here. I don't think anybody cross shopping a C63 MG with the 4-cylinder and an empty competition. They might look at it like, oh, they're about the same price, brand new. But other than that, I don't think those people cross shop. I think whoever gets a 4-cylinder C63, I'm sorry, y'all really making bad decisions. Stop it. I'm just saying it's a waste of money. Jesus Christ. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna drop another video talking about a Mercedes that I'm super interested in, and it's brand new off the lot. So guys, you got to subscribe to the channel. Check out for the next notifications because it's probably going to come out right now. So other than that, guys, I really appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.